Right. Good afternoon to all of you. I hope you're all are staying safe, staying fine, um, and everything is fine at your place. So quickly, am I audible to all of you? If you can put that yes on the chat box, that would be really helpful. Quickly, if I can get a yes from everybody. All right. Response is important, as you all are aware of, right? Please make sure that you respond. अगर मेरी आवाज पहुंच रही है, please make sure that you respond in the chat box. All right. So good afternoon to everybody. Once again, officially good afternoon. This is the second industry mentoring session of our course, which you all are part of, Full Stack Developer Edge. The first industry session we took last month. The CEO of one of the product-based companies, Synclovis Private Limited, Amit Pandey sir came, and I think he spoke to all of you regarding web architecture, to many of you, and also the user journey, the front end, and mindset regarding that, right? Today, it's an absolute pleasure and honor for me to introduce another industry veteran, I must say, Tarun Kesarwani sir. Tarun, welcome to the platform. I'll unmute you also. Just give me 1 minute, and you can start your video also if that's possible. That would be really helpful. Just give me 1 minute. Yeah.
Thank you, Rohit. Thank you.
So it's a great pleasure for us as a company, and I think for all the students over here, including me, to hear Tarun sir on the topic, IT industry needs digital era. Post-COVID, and also maybe 2-3 years before COVID. What has changed? What has changed in terms of hiring? What has changed in terms of the mindset? And mind you, as a fresher, if you want to get into a high-tech fresher paying job, which will eventually translate into a career, you all are doing a course for that simple reason that you want to build a career which is different from a regular career. And I think on that note, Tarun sir is going to give his experience and his, as we say, the whole thought process, what he has gathered over the last 10 years being in this industry. A quick introduction of Tarun sir. Let's meet the speaker. He has more than 9 years, effectively 10 years of experience. He is a tech enthusiast, which means he loves technology. He loves interacting with students. He takes interviews. He's part of some of the top IT companies currently. He himself is a full stack developer and a UI developer. So आपको जो exactly एक fresher से क्या expected है जब आप interview table पे बैठते हो और जब आप पहले 2 साल काम करते हो, that's what he's going to express to all of you. So ये एक ऐसा मौका है, this some environment अगले 1 घंटा जहां पे आप अपने सवालों को पूछ सकते हो जो आपके मन में आ रहे हैं. Tarun sir has seen our syllabus and he has been very happy to say that this is the syllabus where if students are preparing in a particular manner, then this is a syllabus where industry will be very happy to hire individuals who have gone through the program in its prescribed format. Not to mention, Tarun graduated from UP Technical University and definitely CDAC ACTS, Advanced Computing Systems, Pune, and he has his flourishing career in the IT industry. Tarun, once again, So happy to have you in our platform, and it's my absolute pleasure to welcome you. And thank you so much for your time, for the time in terms of the fact that you have agreed to share your experience with our students at a ground level. So once again, Tarun, thank you so much for this time. I am, yeah, we'll
Yes.
make you the host now.
So thank you, Rohit sir, for giving such an opportunity to express my experience, to share my experience to all of you guys. And thank you for such a wonderful introduction. Let me first start the recording.
I think it's done. Yeah, the recording is happening.
Okay. Okay.
If for some time you can start your video also, would be good to give a face to the name for all
Sure.
our students.
Sure. I will start video at the end. let the climates be some surprise.
Okay,
Okay.
fine.
Let me share my screen first, so that. Mm,
And Tarun sir, you can use Hindi and English both. That's what the language for all our students over here.
okay. ठीक है, बढ़िया. It's allowing open the system preference. Okay. Rohit, I just need to rejoin again because due to some privacy issue, I cannot able to
Just make me
share my screen.
just make me the host before you leave.
Okay.
If you leave, the meeting will ended. That's why.
Okay. Okay.
Just make me the host, and then you can rejoin. Yeah.
Let me make you the host.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's okay.
you are now. Just give me a minute. I just rejoining. Just
Sure. No problem. No problem at all. So by the time Tarun sir joins again, let me have a chat with all of you. Based on some of the feedback of you all, we are going to start one interesting. वो हमें start करना ही था in the month of May, but कुछ feedback मिला और मुझे लगा कि वो करना ज़रूरी है. So we are starting a open session with Pranbir sir and with me every week now. So 3 days in a week. इसके बारे में details सारे batches को बता दिया जाएगा. Open session का मतलब है शाम को आधे घंटे का सेशन होगा. शाम को मतलब इट्स लाइक लेट नाइट पोस्ट डिनर. एंड ये ओपन सेशन जो होगा इट इज अबाउट द माइंडसेट इन टर्म्स ऑफ आपकी तैयारी हो रही है कि नहीं, तैयारी करते वक्त क्या दिक्कतें आ रही हैं. श्योर विवेक, we will going to start we are going to start open session from next week. This coming week we're going to start, and this open session is about you will be mentored by the Pranbir sir and by me, and it will be like a half an hour session in the night, say 10 to 10:30, where we will be catering to all the non-technical questions. So I think Tarun sir has joined. Let me make him the host, and I'm going to talk about more on this in the group. All right.
Okay. Now let me try to share my screen.
Yeah, you are the host now. I think you should be able to do.
Yes. All right. I hope my screen is visible and I'm audible. Please
Yeah, you can make it a complete screen if that's possible.
Yes, yes, I'm making it. Yes.
Yeah. Yes, perfect, Tarun. You can start. Yeah.
Got it. So, hello everyone. Welcome to this session. So, in this session, what we are trying to achieve. पहले तो हम लोग क्या जानना चाहते हैं. So let's start with the basic fundamental question. ठीक है? And why you are here, or why you are doing the engineering, or why you are doing this course, the basic fundamental question, क्यों ये कर रहे हो, ठीक है? क्यों मम्मी पापा ने बोला है, दोस्तों ने बोला है, गर्लफ्रेंड बॉयफ्रेंड ने बोला है, किसने बोला ये करने को? वाई? सिंपल सा है, अपने को जॉब चाहिए, करेक्ट? भाई जॉब चाहिए, पैसा चाहिए, लाइफ में कुछ अच्छा करना है, अच्छा पैसा चाहिए, and that is why we are you are all going to doing this engineering course, and you think कि भाई इंजीनियरिंग में या इस जॉब में, इस डोमेन में, इस इंडस्ट्री में अच्छा इनकम होगी, अच्छा फ्यूचर होगा, अच्छा कैरियर होगा, अच्छा कैरियर ग्रोथ होगा, इसलिए अपने को ये करना है, ठीक है? बट वन थिंग इज दैट, डू यू रियली हैव अ पैशन? पैशन भी होना चाहिए, ठीक है? तभी आप इस चीज में आगे जा पाओगे, ठीक है? सो दैट इज अ थिंग. नाउ कमिंग टू अ बेसिक, अनदर बेसिक क्वेश्चन, ठीक है? अपन क्यों कर रहे हैं? व्हाई वी आर डूइंग दिस? वी नो दैट टू गेट अ जॉब, okay, that is no charity, nothing blah blah blah, but we just to have a one focus point, to get a job, to set my career, to achieve something in my career goal. That is the focus goal, okay? Second, how to get the job? Now this is the biggest question, okay? जॉब कैसे मिलेगी यार? कोविड है, सिनेरियो बहुत बदल गया है, बहुत डिफिकल्ट है फ्रेशर्स के लिए जॉब में मिलना. इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट, ओके, एंड डे बाय डे इज गेटिंग मोर डिफिकल्ट, ओके? सो इन दिस सेशन वी आर मोस्टली गोइंग टू कवर सम हिस्ट्री पार्ट, कि भाई पहले हायरिंग कैसे होती थी, अभी कैसे हो रही, इन फ्यूचर क्या रिक्वायरमेंट हो सकती है हायरिंग की, क्या क्या नीड होगी, क्या माइंडसेट लगेंगे, क्या क्या कोर्सेज, क्या टेक्निकल ग्राउंड्स, क्या एटीट्यूड, क्या एप्टीट्यूड होने चाहिए आप लोगों के अंदर, जो यू get the job, okay? What is the mindset, what is the skill set you require to get the job? That we are going to cover on that part, okay? So let's start it with that, okay? So our IT industry, I'm talking about our IT industry, which you are supposed to be aspirant to get a job in the IT industry. So our IT industry are fairly 30-40 years back key industry hai, but in India we started, most of the companies started in 80s and 90s. So when the company started and start hiring as a, this is all about the freshers, okay? तो जब कंपनी स्टार्ट की 1990s 2000 में, या कोई भी ग्रेजुएट हो, कोई भी डिप्लोमा भी होल्डर हो, या कोई इंजीनियर भी हो जो थोड़ा बहुत अच्छी डिग्री वाला हो, तो उसको जॉब में ले लेते थे इजीली, ठीक है? दैट इज अ क्वालिफिकेशन, डिग्री क्वालिफिकेशन. क्या क्या रोल हुआ करते थे उस समय? डेवलपमेंट, क्यूए, आईटी, डीबी, दैट वाज द बेसिक रोल्स दैट एनी कंपनी ऑफर्स, ठीक है? ऑन साइट की अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटी होती थी. इफ यू गो टू द 20s, अर्ली 20s और 90s 20s, many of your many of them are went to the on site, very everyone, almost everyone, ठीक है ना? सभी लोग ऑन साइट, यूके, यूएस, कहीं ना कहीं दूसरे कंट्री में ऑन साइट घूम के आते थे, ठीक है? एंड व्हाट द अदर देन डिग्री, व्हाट द कंपनी लुकिंग, कंपनी एक चीज देखती थी, भाई डिग्री तो है, प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग स्किल है या नहीं, बस यही देखती थी. प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग स्किल का मतलब ये होता है कि आपके सामने मैं कुछ प्रॉब्लम दूं, क्या उसको सॉल्व करने की कैपेबिलिटी है, क्या कैपेसिटी है क्या आपके अंदर, बस यही देखती थी. कोडिंग आती है नहीं आती है, क्या क्या किस प्रोग्राम में तुम कोड लिखते हो, उससे कोई मतलब नहीं था, क्योंकि कंपनी वांट्स दैट कि ओके यू हैव अ बेसिक फंडामेंटल प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व स्किल, वी ग्रैब यू एंड वी टीच यू. जो भी कोडिंग उनको दिखा करनी रहती है. सो दैट वाज द ट्रेंड इन 90s 90s 2000, ओके? ये तो बीत गया, अब ये ट्रेंड है नहीं.
Sorry to interrupt. Sorry, I just realized we have one student who understands only English, so would
Okay.
request you to use only English.
All right, okay, fine. So
Thank you.
so now this trend has been passed 1990s and 2000. Now coming to 2000 2005, this span of time, here now the competition start growing, okay? Everyone was seeing that there's a huge opportunity in the IT, and everyone going into the opportunity, they are going to the on-site job and all the things. In 2000 2005, there is some enhancement happen. Now the company is only looking for the engineers, okay? Mostly IT and CS engineers. but it was open for the any other branch also. BBA, MCA is also open, but now no diploma, no graduate kind of thing. Normal graduate is not allowed. It's only they are looking for the engineers. The roles are same: the development, QA, IT, DB, and opportunities on site is not huge, but it was there. Okay, so there was the on site opportunity. And what the things they are looking? Definitely, the basic part is problem solving skill. Okay, they will be, and today also problem solving skill is relevant, is very much relevant. If you go for the interview today, if you are not have a capability to solve the problem solving, you are not going to select the things, irrespective how good you are in the coder part. Okay, you should make the skill, problem solving skill, more robust. Okay, so that is problem solving skill is a necessary and mandatory skill set which any company, any of the companies looking. And basic coding means at least you have some idea about the coding, Java, C++, that time. Okay, the basic coding, they do not care about how much you are good in coding. Okay, now coming to the next 5 years, 2005 to 2010, what changes industry comes? Now they are strictly looking for engineers. No BBA, no BCA, no nothing, no blah, no other degree. Engineers mostly prefer CS and IT. The roles are is similar: development, QA, IT, and database. Okay. Now there's a less opportunity for on-site, or I can say selected opportunity, which only a good candidate can go for the on-site. Okay, and what they are industry looking for from the fresher? Yes, a problem solving skill and good knowledge in the one of, or commanding knowledge on in the one of the programming language, commanding knowledge of master in the one of the programming language, whether the C++, Java, or .NET, any. Okay, so the company is only looking for one good knowledge in the one of the programming skill set, it irrespective to whatever the programming language, whether it's a C++, Java, .NET. That time we have a position, okay, Java developer, we have a .NET developer, we have a C++ developer, we have some other developers. So we have technology oriented developer that time we have. Okay, next, 2010 to 2015. Now what the industry requirement? Engineers with partially ready. What is meant by partially ready? So previously they are hiring for the engineer, they prepare that, they get from the engineer from the college, they brush up, they polish them, and they make ready for the industry. Okay, it will take time, energy, money from the company to get ready for the industry. Ready from the industry means that you are ready for to face the client, you are ready to generate the income from the company. Okay, so you are hired by the company. So this is a total business. Okay, when someone hire you, they expect you that you do some job to earn on the behalf of the company, and you get some portion of your salary because you earning earning on the behalf of the company. In the similar fashion, for doing that, for doing your job, you should be ready for the industry. And for ready to do the industry, company make a huge investment to make the freshers to make are ready for the industry. So in 2005, 10 and 15, company do not want to make such kind of huge investment. Company want, okay, yeah, the small investment should be there, and partially ready engineers are good, that can be mentoring, can be polished within a month or within a 2 month and get ready for the industry. In these years, the roles get changes. Now we have a development, we have a QA, we have a IT, we have Agile, we have a DevOps, we have the cloud role as well. The cloud is also starting, the DevOps is also starting, the new kind of roles is started coming up. Okay, no, very less opportunity for the on-site. Okay, problem solving skill, that is mandatory, as I said. Expert in one of the programming language, that is also was there, but now you should have a knowledge of some secondary programming language also. Okay, So now if you are in the period of 2010 to 2015, you are Java developer. Oh, very good. What else you know that? Other than Java, what else you know that? Now the industry looking for the what else. Okay, Java is good. You know you are master in Java, but other than Java, what you know that? That company start demanding. Okay, so the secondary knowledge also should be a good. And agile attitude. This is a new thing which you are listening. Agile attitude means what? You should be a ability and capability to adapt the new changes. Okay, you should be changed accordingly to the industry requirement. ठीक है, ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. It should be not like this way. If a industry are changing, see, industry are IT industry will going to change year by year. And if you are rigid in that, I am Java developer, I do not want to work in any programming language, you are outdated, you are not agile, and then after few years you will be thrown out from the industry. That is the better truth, but this is the truth. Okay, in the IT industry, IT industry is rapidly changing. Okay, industry, and you also need to change accordingly to the meet the requirement of the IT industry. So that is why you should have a agile attitude. So that was the period of 2010 2015. Now coming to this next year, 15 to 20, we can say current scenario, we can say. So now company do not want to invest to make the engineer and polish and make a industry ready. Company do not want to invest because that give up money. Okay, so they do not want to invest because they want to save the money. They want to invest their money some other place. So they want industry ready person. They do not want engineers now. Yes, there will be engineers, but they not a simple engineers, but the industry ready engineers. From the day one, you should be available. So let's say if you go for interview and any company hire you, they want that you should be billable from the very first day. Billable from the very first day means that you should start the income, you should start the job from the very first day, and company start earning from you from the very first day. Okay, they want that kind of quality engineers, quality employee. Okay, now in this span of time, the role are abolished. Okay, now everyone looking for full stack developer. Okay, this world is very dangerous. Full stack developer. Okay, it covers everything. It's covered everything. Okay, it's covered development also, it cover QA also, it cover the DevOps also, cloud also, everything. Okay, top to bottom you should have a knowledge about that. Okay, so this is a very dangerous world, but still you have a knowledge. It should be not like this way. I am front end developer, I do not know, मुझे front end के अलावा कुछ नहीं पता, मुझे I don't know what is the back end is doing. This kind of attitude will not going to run anymore. Okay, you should know the whole application from up to and down. Okay, you should know the front end, back end, and database, at least at the high level. You should have a good low level knowledge at the one of the expertise, but you should have a at least high level knowledge for every domain. So that is the thing. Now we not a on-site opportunity left in these days. On in upcoming days, there's a remote culture we are having. Problem solver skill, that is, as I said, is mandatory. And understanding top to bottom system. What is that? What is that top to bottom system? So they are not looking for whether you are Java developer, whether you are JavaScript developer, whether you know the React, or whether you know the things, other technology. No, they want you should understand the application, how the application runs. You should understand how the whole application runs in different kind of infrastructure. Okay, how the data flow works, how the user flow works, how the application flow works, how the business flow works, business model flow works. They want that kind of skill set from you. Okay, now they do not want, okay, Java hai, you know Java, you know JavaScript, let's hire you. No, how they're not looking for technology specific now. That is the old fashion. Today one technology is here, tomorrow that technology is outdated. Okay, when I started my career in 2010 2011, there was a huge boom of jQuery, okay, at that time in the front end technology. And today no applications creating from the jQuery is outdated. So in IT industry, the main thing is that every technology has a expiry date. You don't know what is the expiry date. Okay, so industry also understand that if they hire some technology specific developer, they will be outdated after few years. They do not want to hire the technology specific developers. You are Java developer, okay, good, but I do not want a Java developer. I want a developer who understand the system, who know the Java also, who know the UI also, who know the DB also. Okay, they want that kind of person who can work, because if today Java is working, tomorrow Java replaced by the Kotlin, or Java replaced by the Go language, you should be still relevant and you should be still work on those programming technology as well. Okay, if you're rigid, if you're not agile, as I said, you will be thrown out from the IT industry. That is the rapid change in the IT industry. So as I said, agile attitude is now mandatory. Okay? There will be agile attitude. You need to change according to the industry, or you need to change yourself one step ahead according to the industry. Okay, I would like to say, make a statement again. You should be one step ahead from as per the industry requirement. Okay, now coming next. What next? Let's see. Yes, what is the future? What is the future? So we understand till 2020 2021 we have such kind of, so every company is not looking for full stack development who understand the system, who are ready from the very first day. Everything is okay, but what is the future? You should also know, understand the future. What's the future going to happen? See, this is the next 5 years, what which I think which it will be a relevant. Same industry ready person who which can be billable from the very first day. Full stack developer low, there will be no QA, there will be no developer, so the industry is moving out of the role. Okay, now previously 5 years ago 10 years ago, there's a one developer who developed the application, there's a QA team who do the testing, there's a deployment team who do the deployment. Okay, there's a three teams in the pipeline. Currently the industry is moving to the one person. Now you are the developer, you are the QA, and you are the deployer also. Okay, so industry is moving, there's no different, there are no three different team. You are the person who take a responsibility from top to bottom for your feature, for your development. You create the development, you QA the development, and you deploy your features on the production. They want that kind of culture, and that kind of culture already there in the industry now. Okay, so full stack developers, only the full stack developer can do all the things. Okay, so no Java developer. If there's only Java developer, only there's a UI developer, they cannot do this whole thing. Machine learning, data science, artificial intelligence, there's the new edge technology which is ready to come, and almost few companies also started working on that part. AI VI, it's not mentioned in the list, but AI VI is also the taking up very much in the boom in the industry. System and application designer, so it's not looking for a program coding but application designer. They're looking for the how you build the application. They're not looking for please write a program in the prime number to calculate the prime number to get the prime number. The industry not looking for the prime numbers. Industry looking for the application designer now. How you build the application, how you understand the current written application. Okay, definitely there will be no opportunity for the on-site. There now we are moving to the remote culture, and thanks to the COVID we rapidly move on that part. We are doing work from home, whole IT industry doing currently work from home kind of thing. Okay, problem solve skill still are relevant. If you do not solve, if you're not able to solve any problem, there's no meaning to in the IT industry. Okay, understanding top to bottom system, super agile. So you not be agile, but a super agile. You should have an attitude to learn new things, new technology ahead from the industry, IT need and all the things. And most and very important, due to the COVID, this is the very relevant, work independently. Okay. Previously, what happened when we go office, we have a colleague, we have a friends, we sit on beside the colleague, यार कैसे हो रहा है मुझे पता नहीं चल रहा, let's help it. So we take a help from each another and get the solution. Okay. But due to the COVID, due to the remote culture, due to a work from home culture, we do not get any kind of support from friends, from the colleague, and you need to do your own job by yourself only. And thank God we have a Google for that to help you. Other than Google, there is no other person who can help you. So you should have a skill set to work independently without taking any support and help from any others. You should know how to work independently. That is a very important thing which is now relevant. Okay. So this is the was hiring trend, and what is the future hiring trend, what is the my current hiring trend in the IT industry. That is what is covered in this topic. Now what?
Just wanted to
Yes.
paraphrase. Thank you so much for initiating the thoughts by talking about the hiring trend. I'm sure all of our students who are there can correlate what is happening in the course. When it is web architecture, when it is agile methodology, many of them have gone through the program of agile, and there are many words that you have used, which is problem solving, ability to work independently, as you mentioned. How can you be ready? It's not about only cracking the interview, but it's once you crack the interview, you need to be billable from day one. I think, coming from you, it just resonates with everybody that this is what we have been hearing, say from example, our course director Pranbir sir, or me, or many other mentors who have spoken, or who keep on suggesting the same thing. The fact that today technology knowing is one part, but the bigger chunk is, do you know the background behind it? Do you have that ability to understand the fundamentals behind those technologies? Because as you rightly mentioned, technology will come and go, but if somebody has that, I think I will use the word algorithmic mindset, then it just becomes another syntax when a new technology comes. But do you have that algorithmic mindset is what differentiates you from other people. Am I right in paraphrasing what you have said till now?
Yes, totally correct, Rohit. Thank you for rephrasing the
Sure.
thing.
Sure.
Yes.
Thank you. Over to you.
All right. Thank you. So what next? So what IT industry need in the fresher in this current scenario? Okay. So you need so you are here for to crack the interview, you need a job, and this IT industry has a requirement also. Okay. There's no such thing that there's no role or no requirement for the fresher. There's a requirement, but some challenge is there, but there's a requirement. But what the IT industry looking for from the fresher? Okay, they do not going to look the same thing in the 10 years plus experience guy. They look for some other skill set which is expected from the fresher. First thing, now as I said, it's not a technology oriented person, it's a full stack developer. Full stack developer means is a ready person. Okay, they want a ready person who can be billable from the very first day. Okay, he or she have a good knowledge of front end, back end, database. Okay, that is the basic thing. Cloud, DevOps, QA, versioning controlling, good to have. Okay, but at least have some overview of knowledge. Okay, if someone say DevOps, you should be not opening the eyes and start thinking what is that. So you at least have a overview of that kind of things. Okay, someone if say some kind of jargons if they throw you, at least you should know what's the meaning of that, what is the versioning controlling, what is a git, what is the SPN. So this is the kind of things that we are currently working. What is the agile methodology to develop the application? So this is the thing which currently industry is working on it, and they want the person who already know about this all kind of thing. Okay. Second part, soft skills is very important. I have seen many candidates which are very good in the technical, very, very good in the technical front, but they're very poor in the communication front, very poor. Okay. So as one thing, having a technical knowledge is a one part, and how to express your knowledge is the another part. Okay. You have a knowledge, it's very good, but if you cannot express your knowledge, no one know that whether you have knowledge or not if you cannot express it. So from the fresher point of view, they want a very good communication, irrespective to vocal and writing. Okay. Writing the emails, chatting, meeting presentations, and vocal communication, you should have a good communication skill. Soft skill has a many other aspect also, but from the fresher, they want this communication is the main important thing. Okay. As I said, I have seen a candidate who has a very good in the technical, but very poor in the communication, very poor in the, and we need to reject them because look, we are doing the business. Okay. The whole IT industry are in the business, and business is not a charity. They have a client, and who's the client? All the US, UK person are the client, and they do not understand the Hindi. Okay. They understand the English. You can talk Hindi to me, to any other your colleague, but if you come to the client and you need to talk to your client to understand the requirement, to give the demo, to give the presentation, you need to speak the English. Okay. And if you need to speak the English, you should have a good communication skill. For that, you require a good communication skills. So for that, you should have a good communication skill. That is why we are focusing communication skill important, and technical knowledge also important, because if you have a technical knowledge do not have a communication, you cannot be perform, you cannot be showcase your work. Okay. And if you have only good communication skill but no technical knowledge, that is also no use for the IT industry, because if you cannot work yourself, if you cannot work independently, if you cannot know anything, how it will help to the IT, how it will help the company, how it will help into the industry or domain. Okay. So that is the thing. Third part is fundamental and problem solving skill. I am repeatedly saying problem solving skills. Okay. Why I'm emphasizing the problem solving skill? Because what you are doing after cracking the interview, when you get a job, what you are expecting doing, when you go to the office, what work you get? You do not get the work to write a program in this programming language to do this. No, you get a work from the client. Okay. The client give you some requirement. I need this. Okay. They give a requirement, you need to develop the solution. Okay. You need to develop the solution. If you cannot able to develop the solution, if you cannot solve the problem, irrespective what programming language you know, that makes no sense to hire that person. Okay. So that is why problem solving skill is a very important key skill set for hiring. From the very starting phase to till now, it's we looking for the problem solving skill. So just for giving the example, when I said to the candidate and having the interview, I just giving example how the things go in the interview. I asked, okay, write a program in the to find a prime number. If I input any prime number, if I give any number to check whether it's a prime number or not, write a program. Okay. Many people, this is a very basic program. It's not even an application. It's not just a problem. Okay. Irrespective which programming language you write a program. You write an algorithm. You write a program. Whatever you want, you write it. People first thing, many of the candidates do not able to crack this solution. If someone cracked the solution also, my next question, a follow-up the question is that, can you improve the solution? It's not a very good solution. It's a solution, but it's not a good solution. Why is not a good solution? Because it's a very complex solution. The complexity of the algorithm is very high. Is n square, is n cube kind of complexity it has. Can you reduce the complexity? If you reduce the complexity, the processing unit will be reduced, the memory get be reduced, and it will save the time and energy to get the solution. Okay, the people start not able to improve the complexity. That is the problem, that is the issue. So you need to think beyond the things. First, you need to solve the problem. Second, how to optimize the problem. Okay, how to optimize the problem. Cracking the solution, solving the problem is the first part, and optimization of the problem is the second part. So that you should know both the things. Fundamentals, that yes, it's very necessity. Without fundamentals, without having the basic knowledge of algorithms and all the things, you cannot write a code. Data structure is a is a is a is a one another key aspect from the fresher. Okay, even this topic, data structure and problem solving skill, is a common skill sets or common skill that looking for any experience also. Okay, good company is very much emphasized in the data structure, so you have a very good knowledge of data structure. Okay, I agree somehow that sometimes we have a good knowledge of the data structure, but we do not use the data structure in our work. But to crack the interview, you should have a good knowledge of data structure. Availability to learn anything, because technology comes and go. Okay, you need to understand. You do not need to marry your technology. You need to marry your spouse, but not the technology. Please remember. Okay, technology will be there and it will be gone, it will be outdated after some time. So let's give you example. 5 years back, or you can say 7 years back, there is no React. Okay, and today there's a in the front end there's a React, and the boom is React. Most of that project is developed in the React. Do you know after what happened after 5 years, in which technology project will be built? You don't know, even I don't know. Okay, but definitely it could be not a React, because 5 years or 7 years ago it was not a React. Now, and after 5-10 years ago it was also not a React. You need to understand technology will be there for the some time and go. You need to understand the basic fundamental first. Okay, and you need to have ability to switch between one technology to another technology. The good part in the IT industry, what there will be hundred of technology, but the baseline, the fundamental, the basic of all the technologies are almost a similar or common. Okay, if you have a very good fundamental in one of the technology, it will be a, I think, a span of 2 week or 3 week to understand another technology, to understand that syntaxical sugar. That is the only time you require to grab that technology. If you have a very good fundamental understanding of any one of the technology, because all the technology has a almost similar common fundamental, nothing different. And as I said, agile attitude, as I already explained what is the agile attitude. You should have a ability and capability to change as per the industry requirement. So let's say today you are doing the work in the Java programming, and tomorrow your manager say, okay, your project is ended, your client is happy, and now they want to set down the project. Okay, and project gone. Now you are released from the project, you are not billable, and now you need, now your manager is looking for the project. Okay, there's a one opportunity in the project, but they are using Go programming language, or they are using a view technology. Are you interested? If you are rigid in your mindset, no, I do not want to go view, I do not want to go UI, I do not want to go DB, then your manager maybe listen. But what happen when you reject one or two, you will be outdated yourself. Okay, so industry do not want, as I said, industry do not looking for a technology oriented person. They want a person who can work any technology. Yes, industry will give you time to grab the things. Okay, it's not a realistic expectation. You are UI guy, and if there's no opportunity in the UI and you need to go to the back end, your manager do not say from the very first day start writing the code in the backend. No, at least you should have a understanding, and at least you should have a mindset. Okay, I will go to the backend, but I will take this 2 weeks or 3 weeks to brush up myself and get ready for the backend. Industry and your manager will give you that time. Okay, that but the thing is that people are not ready for this kind of thing. People are very rigid. So from the fresher point of view, you should be open for every position. So that is the overview that what the IT industry looking from the fresher. Okay, any question regarding this? Any view, any thought, please?
Makes absolute sense, Tarun. I think very well explained this slide. I think many of the students over here are aware of the terms that you have used. But what I liked about it is the fact that the emphasis on the soft skill, and I completely resonate with you, Tarun, that soft skill is not, it's not only about GDPI. It's much beyond that. And in today's time, it's about virtual as well as offline communication, so which is verbal and non-verbal communication. How are you presenting yourself? As simple as when you ask this question, that any questions from your side, it's about how many people come up and write those questions in the chat box. That also shows the level of communication that that we have, right, at the end of the day. So and that's how we also at least we make sure that there is when you are chatting on a WhatsApp also in a group, then there is when you are doing a project, you should all communicate, you should all email, chat, because this is all internally helping you to express yourself in one form or the other, and which eventually will helpful once you sit in front of the interview or you are part of a team in a company. So completely with you, Tarun, and thank you so much for explaining it in so elaborate manner.
Sure. Let's go move how means how do you prepare for the good career or for a very high paying tech career? Okay, everyone wants a good career or good salary. I would say more focus good salary, but how to get that kind of career? Okay, on the fresher point of view, to getting a job is something challenge in this current time. That is, I cannot say it's very easy, but it's something challenge. But you need to understand that still is a challenging time, but you can get a career, you can get a job. How? You need to make some differences between other freshers. How you can do that? First thing, you are doing your regular BTech, you are doing your regular course, you are doing your regular engineering. Apart from the regular engineering, you need to work and build a project, some live project, which can be deployed, okay, which you push the code in the GitHub. You already know, I think you have, you already in the course, there's in the course of the Git repository. So I believe you have a knowledge of the GitHub. So you push your code the GitHub, mention the link, your LinkedIn profile and GitHub profile in your resume. Okay, so that will be make your profile different from the freshers. Okay, make your LinkedIn profile more attractive. Okay, look into the other profile, how they make the profile more attractive. Okay, nowadays HR is more active in the LinkedIn than any Naukri.com, any other job portal. They are more active in the LinkedIn. They are more active in the GitHub. They are more active in the Stack Overflow. Okay, so you need to create a profile in such kind of domains or such kind of social media or portal. Showcase your work. Okay, you need to showcase, you need to know how to showcase your work, and mention what the courses you done, what the online training you done, what the certification you did. Okay, you need to mention all these things, because that is the value added in your profile, that will add your some value. Okay, try to make your resume or profile different from the other freshers. Okay, so I have seen many freshers resume, and the common mistake most of the freshers do, they create a resume, 3 page, 4 page, 5 pages resume. I don't understand why. Believe me, no one going to read 3-4 pages resume. No one interested your father name, your mother name, from which your family background. No one interested in your resume. Please don't write that kind of data. Write and mention those data which is relevant, which your resumer, your interviewer is looking for it. Okay, what the project you did, what the life project you did, what your GitHub profile, what is the LinkedIn profile, what your certification, what the courses you did, what the training you did. Make your profile something different. Okay, try it, make me it sound you differently. Try to make a resume one page, only in one page. Believe me, one page resume make you more presentable. Okay, I give you example of my resume. I am a 9-10 years of experience in the IT. How many pages of the resume I have? One page. Try to build your resume more creative. I give an example of my resume so that you get have an understanding. See, this is my resume, one page resume. It has all the knowledge, all the data which any interviewer, any HR is looking for. Try to be creative. Don't be a just a old fashioned resume. Try to build a resume. There's many tools are already in the market to build a creative resume, but build a one page resume. Don't write a essay. Don't write a 3 page or 4 page resume that no one interested. Okay, work on your soft skill. So yes, as Rohit also mentioned, communication is the very important here. Okay, there's a huge gap between your college study and your industry expectation. Okay, irrespective the soft skill, irrespective your technical skill or hard skill. Okay, day by day the gap is going deeper and wider. Okay, so the course which you are doing in your engineering is now not relevant in the current industry requirement. That is a fact you need to understand. Okay, that is why this platform, the Skill Edge or training platform, helping you to upgrade yourself so that you should be industry ready. Okay, so you need to fill that gap. No, if you just a BTech or if you are only engineer and did your course in the engineer, it will not going to help to get the job. You need to get a job with the industry ready and to prepare yourself in the soft skill, especially in the communication. Okay, do mock interview, take a feedback from the mock interview and improve yourself in the next mock interview. Believe me, mock interview is very effective, very much effective. How? uh, you get to know where is your lacking point, where is the weakness point, where you are behind. So you need, from the mock interview, you need to understand, you get a feedback from the mock interviewer. They give you feedback. Okay, this is your weak point, that is the area of the improvement, and you need to work on this part. So next time when you do the mock interview, you are more better than previous one, and this is how you will get more ready for the interview. Okay, and last, practice. There is no shortcut. Okay, there will, you need to do the practice. So this is the overview that you how to prepare for the interview, how to prepare yourself to feel different, to show different from others. Getting to my point? All right, let's move ahead. Mindset. We are running out of the time. I hope, Rohit, it's not it's 4. It's if we go 15 minutes more, it's good. Okay, okay. So we try to wrap up as early as possible. So mindset. What the mindset should be there? What the mindset you should carry? Okay, that is very important. Okay, in the interview, when I take an interview in freshers also, in the experience also, I took the interview, I see two kind of things: confident and overconfident. Okay, you should be confident in your interview, not a overconfident. I give you example how. So let's say if interviewer asks some question, you give answer. Okay, you know it's the correct answer, you give it. If you don't know the answer, still you try to pretend you know the answer, that is the overconfident. And even the interview asks, are you sure, and you confidently give, yes, I am very much sure, that is show you're overconfident. If you don't know, if you are not very sure on your answer, you need to say, sir, I am not very sure about that, but I think like this happened. Okay. You need to play. You need to think about how to make the words in the interview. Okay. You sometimes you need to be a diplomatic. Okay. You, let's say, if someone asks some question and you don't know, but still you want to try, you can say, sir, I'm not sure very much, but I want to try this. It could be like this answer. It could be like this, but I'm not sure. But this is my thought process which I want to share with you. So it will show the interviewer, okay, person do not know the answer, but it will sharing the thought process to me, and the thought process is aligned to the correct answer. It show the attitude that you are in the correct line. Okay, even though your thought process is not in the right align, it's not with the correct answer, it's still it's a positive point, because at least you have tried to answer, and you are not show off that no, I know the answer. No, you have already said, I'm not sure about it, but I think it could be this kind of thing. That will make more plus point in your interview mindset. Focus on basics. Yes, no one start asking the application, or no one start asking on the very first question a very advanced question. They start with the basic, gradually increasing, and they and increase to till the level you know. Okay, so but they start from basic. Even I start from basics when I take interview. So you should be a good knowledge of the basic algo, database, problem solving skill, coding. You have a good knowledge of that front. Okay, if you're poor in basic, if you do not know the basic, and how good in your advanced, no interview will ask the question in advanced level. They first want the basic should be clear, and then they go for advanced. You do not know the advanced question, that is okay, but you should know the basic questions at least. Okay, this next point is very important. You need to sell yourself. You need to sell yourself. Yes, exactly. So I know you are the genius guy. You do not know, you do not have a sell person skill, but in the interview, you need to represent yourself that you are selling yourself. Okay. You need to represent yourself like, okay, if you hire me, I will add this value to your company. If you hire me, I will this thing is the advantage for you. Okay. In in place of me, if you hire some experienced person, you need to give the good salary. I will work the same thing in the low salary. You need to see, the company is doing the business, and business means the own benefit. It's it's too much own benefit. If you make them that you are adding some value, or you are giving some benefit to the company, they will hire you. So that is why you should definitely, you should have a good hard skill and soft skill, but you should have also this soft skill, how to sell yourself, how to add the value, how to feel the company that you are the valuable employee, and company should hire you. Okay, as I said, showcase yourself that you are fulfilling the company requirement. That is the thing. You can work any technology and quick learner. This is very important point. You need to show, I am good in this programming language, but I am open for any programming language. As a fresher, you should tell, I am open for any other programming language. I am good this, but I'm open for it. I can get if I get the opportunity to work on let's say XYZ technology, I don't know, I will learn quickly and I start working on it. No worries. And if someone say, how you get to learn, how much time you take to learn, you don't know the basics, you need to say, the technology, all the technology basics are almost similar or same. So it's not get a more time to understand the technology. It's just a time to matter to understand the syntactical things. Okay. If you say such kind of thing, it build a confidence to the interviewer. Okay, the guy, the person, or that person is very much quick learner, agile in nature, agile in attitude. Okay. If you don't know, and if you don't know any question in the interview, simply say not sure, or but it could be. Okay, no idea, not able to recall. This kind of diplomatic word will fill the gap. If you say I don't know, that is very harsh word. You try to avoid the negative word as much as possible in the interview. If you want to say if you want to say something negative, try to make the word in the positive tone. Okay, let's say not sure, but it could be like this: no idea, I have no idea, or I cannot able to recall it. So it meaning, at the base level, it mean that you don't know or you cannot able to answer it. But the sound like, okay, the person is not able to recall it, but I it has some idea, or I'm not aware it. So you should fill the gap. But in the interview, in the whole interview process, every question should not be answered like this. There's a, if the interview asks the 10 question, 2 or 3 question can be filled like this answer, that if you don't know, if you're not sure about that question. But out of 2 or 3, if you 50% or 60% question you don't know, then that is a lack in you. You need to improve yourself. You need to check where is your lacking point. It's okay to do not know. First thing, if you do not know any question, that is very normal in the interview. Okay, you need to fill that gap. Okay, having 2 3 questions which you do not know, that is expected, even that is expected. Okay, from the interviewer, the person do not know, okay, that is okay. But you do not need to show the overconfidence there. Okay, you do not know and you want to, if you show that overconfidence there, that is a negative part. Okay, and you will get rejected. Even you have answered the 9 question correctly, and 10 question you do not know and show the overconfidence, and you tell that this is the right answer, you will get rejected. If you say simply not sure, you even get selected. Okay, accepting the things what it is, that is more important. As I said, showcase your work, your practical work. Okay, your link, showcase, take your laptop, open your project and showcase. Sir, just I want to showcase my work. Just give me a 2 minute. Let's open your laptop and start and showcase your project. Okay, it will give the impression to the interviewer. Okay, the guy has created this. They will ask some question on the project, you should answer that. It's not a copy paste project, you have developed that project, then you able to answer that question to that project. Okay, and nowadays social media profile is also matter. Your LinkedIn profile, your Twitter profile, your Facebook profile, company look this kind of profile, the HR look this kind of profile. Okay, so please maintain some good profile in every social media. Okay, that will help you to when HR, a company do the background checking, the profile checking, they will get your attitude, your mindset. Okay, the company is IT company or any company is okay to hire the person which has a is having a low skill set, but they will not hire the person who has a bad in attitude. Okay, so your attitudes is very important. Okay, your the way you talk, the way you speak, the way you give the respect to others is very important. So please I would like say, please focus on the your attitude also. Okay, they look for the your attitude also, what kind of attitude you hold it. Okay, so this is the interview mindset. Let's go next part. This is the one of the quote: irrespective what good, how good you are in the technology fund, but if you are not able to express yourself to the others, then your knowledge is no use. So you express your knowledge. For expression your knowledge, you need a good writing skill, you need a good speaker or good vocal or good body language. Okay, since we are looking we are in the remote culture, body language is not relevant in the remote culture, but writing and vocals communication is very much vocal, very much important. Okay, for the from the fresher at least. So this is the something that industry looking as I already said, the importance of this thing. You need to brush up, you need to make yourself good communicator. Okay, coming to next, soft skill. So what things covers in the soft skill? Okay, so mostly in the broader way, we have this communication, teamwork, adaptability, problem solving skill, creativity are comes into the soft skill, and many other aspect also coming into the soft skill. But from the fresher point of view, company look the communication in the very first priority. Problem solving skill is the second, is also comes the first priority in the technical and the soft both the way. you you will surprise many company did the innovation with the fresher only, because innovation or creativity will come with the fresh air. And in the company, who is the fresher? The fresher is the fresher. What the idea you come now, that idea will never come from the experienced person. Okay, the idea, the problem, the idea of project, the idea of new things which come from your side will not going to come from the experience level. So this creativity always comes from the fresher. The company always looking, many companies hire the fresher only for the creativity. That is a surprise for you, but many good company only hires the freshers to get the creativity environment in the company, to get the innovation something kind of thing. Okay, and they hire only those people who did some creativity work or some innovation work in the engineering or in the course in the past. They hire only those person. So focus on creativity is also good. If you are a creative person, if you did any some creative work, try to showcase in your resume. Okay, now last, the conclusion part. What is a mantra? What is a success mantra? Okay, this is my opinion. This conclusion is all about my opinion. So having a this 9 to 10 years of experience, what I learned from the fresher, from 0 to 3 years, you should focus on learning. Okay, you should learn the things, soft and hard, both technical and communication, both everything. Focus to learn. Try to I'm not saying you should go every startup company, but it's good if you go to any small scale industry, any small company, any startup company, that will give more opportunity of the learning. Why? In your starting phases, in your starting career phase, if you spend 2 years in the startup, it is equivalent to the 5 year experience in the TCS, Infosys, or any big scale industry. 2 years on the startup and 5 years in the big scale company. So after 2 years, you can jump to the any company and ask for the 6 years, 7 years of experience package, and they will give you, definitely they will give you, because you have such kind of experience and learning which company looking for. At 2 years of experience are getting at 12, 13, 14 lakhs of package. Only they have worked for 2 years in the startup with a low salary. That is okay, at least that they should get some salary which is a survivor, that you can survive. Okay, you should focus on learning. As I say, learning and learning. You should be not rigid. Okay, I am a Java developer, I do not want to go any other domain. If you have a such mindset, you cannot sustain in the IT world, sorry to say. But you should be agile in nature, working experience in the new technology. If you get any opportunity in the new technology, you should say yes, I want to work and go it. Okay, emphasis is on the problem solving skill, algorithm, data structure, and aptitude. Okay, this is a very important. From the fresher, interview start from here itself. So you should be here. Working independently is the new norm. due to remote culture, if you get hired, you should have a ability to work independently and be a go-to person. Go-to person means your manager or your colleague can rely on you. Okay, I have said to work on this thing, this task to this person, and he is a go-to person. He can do that task. They can rely on you. Build that kind of trust. Okay, develop good communication. As I said, good communication soft skill is very important. Be a salesperson means you should know how to sell yourself. This is very important. If you're not able to sell yourself, you're not able to crack the interview. That is very important. Okay, upgrade yourself. So it does not mean that you crack the interview, you get the job and your job is over. Now my life is settled. No, once you get the interview, you get the job, your real job start from there. You need to upgrade yourself, just like your application, your mobile app get update. Okay, you need to upgrade yourself. The technology 10 years 8 years back is not relevant now, and current technology is not relevant after 8 years and 9 years. Try to understand. And you are in 25 26 years, you need to work till 50 55. So there's a 30 years of span you need to work in the IT industry. If you're thinking in the serious IT industry, this industry is not like not a typical manufacturing industry where you get a where you learn something and it will be the process, and that task will be remain same for the next 20 years. No, what you have learned today, it may change after 2 years. That is not relevant. Try to understand very important thing. You need to upgrade. If you not need to upgrade, I have seen many people, many experienced people, 15 years 20 years experience, they haven't upgraded themselves, and industry need to say, okay, you are not value for the company, you need to leave. That is a better truth, but that is the thing which happened. So if you don't want, if you want to sustain the industry, you need to upgrade yourself day by day. Okay, give a mock interview and keep learning, keep practicing. That is the final mantra. I think that is from my side. So as a recap, I already said the focus point is to work on your soft skill, hard skill, your communication skill, your aptitude, your attitude. Work on the mindset. Okay, work on your resume. Make yourself presentable. Make yourself to sell yourself to the interviewer, to the HR, to tell the value that you are adding some value to the company, and it will be not wrong if you hire me. You need to showcase kind of thing, and you need to get the interview. And once you get a job, the job does not end there, but you need to upgrade yourself with the next edge technology. This is a key point. Okay, yes, any question, any I'm open for the any question Q&A. If you have any question, any thought, please share to me. I will try to answer all those things. Rohit, I think you are mute. Okay.
Hello. Yeah. Tarun, I think thank you so much. This is fascinating. I heard you till the end, and this is absolute fascinating. I think we have a couple of questions. So Akash is asking, dear sir, please tell something about freelancing.
Freelancer is a very good part. So let's say if you're doing a freelancer and when you go for the regular job, you can showcase your freelancer experience. You can show I did the freelancer and this is my client and this was my review. And if you are good and you are happy in the freelancer, you can do the freelancer continue. You continue, up to you. But the problem with the freelancer is that there are lots of people in already in that industry, and there is no security of the regular job. Okay, if you have a such kind of sense where you get a security that you get a payment or paycheck every month, then it's okay, you can continue. But for starting, if you get some project from the freelancer and you did some project and you just showcase that thing in the resume to get a regular job, that was the plus point.
Sure. There's another question from Mukul. So, sir, how one should improve problem-solving skills means how to build optimal solution from a problem. In fact, Roshan also has a similar question. How can we improve our problem-solving skills?
Work on data structure. Data structure is the best subject to work on that problem solving skill. Okay, so let's say problem solving skill is a very I can say it's not a very key point. It's not having, it does not have only one answer. Okay, so it's something which comes into the your experience. Okay, some problem it comes with the experience. Some problem which you do practice, then you come to know and learn it. Okay, if you do not practice it, definitely you cannot able to do the problem solving skill. So practice is the first thing. Data structure and more practice in the data structure will improve your problem solving skill in the IT. Okay, in the system level, when you work on the application and when you come across some problem, that will increase your problem solving skill. Okay, just like for example, if you develop some microservice, how the data pass from one microservice to the second microservice, when you come this kind of problem, and when you google it from this solution, you get the solution. Okay, just asking the prime number or just writing the Fibonacci series will not now will not give you a job. Definitely you should know how to do that, but after that you should know how to optimize that, and that can be happen with the practice and with the data structure mostly. Okay.
Sure. Tarun, there are a few more questions and I'll share that. But one question from my side. You have gone through the syllabus of full stack developer edge of skill edge. Any particular thoughts that these are very important for students to keep in mind for as far as an industry perspective is concerned?
Yes, definitely. So one thing which I appreciate, your course is very much relevant with the current scenario. Okay, I have your course lineup, I think here. Yes. So what you have shared, I have looked into that. It's very much relevant, and almost every topic is relevant with the current scenario. Okay. So just like a Git, if you work irrespective any project, you should have a good knowledge of the Git. That is very important. Agile and Scrum methodology. Every project, every company is working on the Agile and Scrum methodology. Data structure, as I said, is important. This is all the front end technology which you should know about things. That thing, okay. The back end part you should know about that. There is a full stack technology front, but you should know the technology as well, and you should also know the methodology, the Git part, the basic command, and the fundamental development. That is very important. So this course is very much relevant with the current industry requirement. It's meeting all the requirement with the current industry, I think. Only thing which I feel this is one topic which can be add is the, or maybe it can be have a some subtopic on between these two, between those topic. If you have it, the test cases, unit test cases, okay, or QA. So the industry is moving with the one people who can do the development, QA, deployment, all the things. So if I think you have some topic of UT and test cases and QA in the any of the subtopic, if you do not try to include that, but that is a not a mandatory part. That is not a very major part.
No, I get it, Tarun. I hear you, Tarun. Now, thank you so much for the feedback. I completely hear you. I have noted it down. QA test classes. We would like to include that in our projects, which there will be enterprise level projects that the students will be doing. So I think this point is valid, and I'll put these points in our case studies and the project part.
Yes.
There is one question. There are 2-3 questions, Tarun. One is, which is the most commonly used backend language? Pratiksha has asked, mostly used in the companies today. As per your experience, Tarun, which backend language?
So see, I would prefer to, this is not the right way to question. Let me rephrase my thing. When you ask this question, you are asking this question for this current situation. Okay. It may be not relevant after the few years. So in the current situation, Node and Go and Java is the many projects are in that backend programming language. But the Kotlin is one of the programming language which getting the domain, which getting the market share of the backend. Many other programming language also is there in the market which trying to get the market from the backend. So it depend upon which situation or which time spent you're asking this question. It can be changed. That is why I always say, do not be a focus to the technology. Do not be married to your technology. Just understand, just focus on your fundamental, and it's good to have a one mastery in the technology, but you should open to the any other technology also.
Sure. Rakesh asks, how can we develop communication skill? Maybe I can answer this query on your behalf. The reason being because you have answered this. I think it's all about practice and how do you get. So first you have to understand the fundamentals, because Rakesh, communication is not about speaking English. Communication is about expressing yourself. And the language that most often than not we use is English. So as Tarun has said in during the lecture also, it's all about the practice. First, you know the fundamentals. How do you express yourself? The second point is then you start expressing yourself, whether it is chatting, whether it is WhatsApp, whether it is expressing yourself in the classroom, because communication is not 1 day, 2 day, 1 month, 3 months. It's a continuous process. Once you know the fundamentals, then you keep on practicing, then only things will improve. I hope, Tarun, I have answered the query in that perspective.
Yes, you have answered.
Thank you, Tarun, for obliging
Yes, myself.
window.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah. So, Tarun, there is another question for Roshan. As a full stack developer, is a big responsible job. So does the company gives us this opportunity to a fresher candidate? My answer is definitely yes. I'm sure Tarun will resonate with this, but yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Even company is currently only looking for full stack. They are not looking for any technology specific developer nowadays. They're looking for only full stack nowadays.
Suraj is asking, as you said, sir, company check our social media account. So what kind of things should be there if we consider Facebook?
Especially not a head speech. It should be a calm and should be a decent profile. Okay, it should not be I can say it should not be politically active or politically hate speech kind of. They do not entertain the hate speech. Okay, so please be careful. I have seen some cases in the IT industry where the people has terminated due to some tweets, some Facebook posts, some social media activity. So that is why I mentioned those things. You need to be responsible when you are doing such kind of thing, and you need to take care of your organization, your society also when you do something responsibility.
Perfect. The final question Richa asked, sir, even after pandemic, Richa, thank you for giving that positivity that we will finish the pandemic, which today seems to be a bit tough, but okay. So even after pandemic, will the remote work culture continue in the next 10 years? What's your take on that?
Okay, so this is a very interesting question. Even we are fighting with our HR also, that we want to continue some. See, industry or any social develop any social thing created by the people. Okay, and what the people think, it will be our decision. Okay, so nowadays what happened, there are I have seen the shifting of thoughts. Previously a year ago, where the people was thinking we cannot work beyond the office. Now they are working beyond the office, working from home, and this is the last from 1 year we are doing that. Okay, now people are thinking, you need to come to the office, why I should go to the office if I'm doing the work from home. Okay, so it's up to the industry, it's up to the company to take a call. Many companies already took a call that okay, you continue the work from home, but you need to come the office in the month 2 days or 3 days, in the week 2 days or 3 days, or hybrid kind of mode. Okay, work from home and work from office, hybrid kind of mode. Some companies still are very rigid that no, after pandemic you need to come. Some company are very lenient. Okay, they want only my job should be done, whether you work from home, whether you work from office, or whether you work from abroad. They do not care about that thing. So depending upon the company culture, that is very important. So company culture is one of the point which I would like to highlight, but it's not relevant for the fresher, because for a fresher you just need to look to get a job. After that you need to look for the when you get to the next job, then you should look for the company culture or the thing. That is why I haven't covered that topic. But this continuous of the work from home culture is very much depend upon the company culture, the people thought, and what the company, the industry input. See, I have not seen the company, the IT industry domain has making the loss due to work from home. In fact, they are making a more profit. So that is the benefit of the business. If the benefit of business is having the work from home culture, they definitely do the work from home, continues the work from home. But in the upcoming days, to precise your answer, I see the hybrid model will be going to work, hybrid model.
Sure. And the last question, can
Yeah.
you tell more about CDAC ACTS?
So CDAC is
Tarun, I will just add because there is one more personal question, sir. What is your designation and role in your job?
so I'm a team lead. I'm a technical lead in my one of the company. So I having a small team of the four people, including me is a five, and doing my job. That is.
Yeah. And so your CDAC ACTS. Yeah.
Yes. If you talk about my journey, so let me talk. I am not very shy with talking about my journey. I am a typical North Indian UP guy, which did the schooling from my hometown. After the schooling, I did the BTech engineering, just like you, from one of the BTech college from my hometown till now. And then after, as you, I started looking from the job. But as a fresher, and since my college has not a very good reputation, it's a new college and no company has come there. I haven't got any. I could not get place anywhere. Even none of my batchmate place anywhere. So I did the CDAC. So CDAC is one of the good course, renowned course, which offered by the CDAC. And there's a franchisee open. Many institute is offering the CDAC course, and you need to do the entrance exam. You need to crack the entrance exam, and when you get there's the online counseling happen, and you get the college or institute allotted as per your rank. And there's a 6-month course, 6-month advanced diploma course in the computer science, which teach you. And the main purpose of CDAC is to make you industry ready. Okay. So what does Skill Edge, this platform, doing? The same thing which CDAC is also doing. They're making the persons is the industry ready. The only difference between the Skill Edge and the CDAC, CDAC doing same thing from the last 25 years, and this platform is last 3 years, 4 years is doing that. So that is the only difference between this and CDAC. But CDAC, the main purpose of CDAC, to make the people industry ready and to give the placement, to facilitate the placement part. So this is the overview of the CDAC. You can go through it and type the CDAC in the Google, and you get more information on that part front.
So before I take any questions, how much time you have, Tarun? Because the questions are flowing in. I would like to respect your time also. How much time you have?
I can take 5 minutes more.
Okay, so I will club two questions so that you can answer them together. Okay. So there are two questions. Please explain the impact or opportunity of joining MNCs or small scale or startup. I think you have explained this, but
yes, I have already explained. So
Ashish, the answer to that is इसका impact ऐसा है. मेरा टेक ये है कि जो सर ने कहा एमएनसी और स्मॉल स्केल स्टार्टअप, फर्क आपका अपॉर्चुनिटी को है. आपको वाइड स्केल की अपॉर्चुनिटी स्टार्टअप में मिलती है, जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल पीपल आर वर्किंग इन स्किल एज, राइट, देयर आर 6 पीपल वर्किंग इन, आज तो टेक एनेबल्ड कंपनीज इतने सारे हैं जहां पे पीपल आर वर्किंग, सो एक्सपोजर बहुत ज्यादा मिलता है। आपको बड़ी कंपनी में शुरुआत में एक्सपोजर कम मिलता है, ना के बराबर मिलता है अगर आप नॉन टीयर 1 कॉलेज से हो तो। आई थिंक जो सर ने कहा उसी को मैंने रेजोनेट किया।
करेक्ट।
देयर वन मोर, हाँ, 2 मोर क्वेश्चंस जो एक साथ पूछ रहा हूं आपको मैं।
करेक्ट।
एक पूछा है किसी ने कि sir, in your career life, did you ever communicate with stakeholders? Can you share your experience? And one more, what about the non-technical student? Matlab, he wants to say, I am not from the CSIT. Maybe I am a BSc grad or I am a engineer with a mechanical background. But I am doing full stack, for example. What is the company's perspective towards non-technical student who does not belong to IT field and wants to develop the skill, once they develop the skill, and is there any difference that the companies look for today? So, have you spoken with stakeholders and the non-techie part?
Having spoken to the stakeholders, so who's the stakeholder? First, we need to define that.
Yeah,
when you work in the project, your client is the stakeholder, your manager is the stakeholder. Within the company, your HR is the stakeholder. Okay. So I believe you're talking with the project related things. So when you work in the project, you need to directly interact with the client. Okay. Sometimes you need to directly interact with the client management also. The client has a higher management level. You need to take a call and you need to talk with them. So yes, definitely, I got and currently my role is such kind of I have to do that kind of thing. So I generally do the client interaction and talking, and this thing is I'm doing from the very first year from my career, and you also get the same opportunity. Now every company just face you, okay, you need to talk with the client, so they will share the link, and the client, you need to interact with the client, so they always will be there. So you need to make a feel the client that you put the confident level, and you trust me, I will deliver these features. So you need to talk with the requirement analysis, you need to talk sometime, okay, this thing which cannot be worked out, or we need to look into some other solution, you need to suggest some solution to the client. So that is stakeholder. Second question, which what was the second question? Just to
Suraj asked this question about the non-technical background.
Okay, so non-technical background. So currently industry is divided into two parts. I frankly speaking, in the whole IT industry divided into two parts. First part, the big MNC, Infosys, TCS, Wipro, they still believe that the student should be engineering background. They looking for the engineering background. That is a bad part, but that is a fact which I can't ignore it. Okay, if you are not in the engineering background, they do not entertain you, they do not even call you for the interview. Okay, until unless you have some jackpack or kind of thing. Second industry in the IT industry, second category of in the IT industry, they do not believe in any kind of degree. Yes, you should have a degree at least, but they do not believe that you should have an engineering degree or you should have an ITCS degree only. No, they believe that you should have a knowledge at least. You should have a good knowledge in this. So you are ready to take a role. You are ready for take a responsibility. You are having a good knowledge, good hard skill, soft skill. Then they always take the employee. I give many examples which many company has hire non-technical person. They hire translator. They hire many non-technical person as a technical guy, and currently they are doing more better performance than any other engineering guy. So there is a gap. There's a you categorize the whole IT industry two way, where some company are still giving an importance to the degree, where most of the company now, majority of the companies now, not giving the importance to the degree and your CS IT engineering. They are more looking for your knowledge, your skill set. Are you ready for the company? Then they will hire you. Simple.
Sure. It's fascinating, Tarun. Thank you so much. It's an absolute pleasure. Once again, I must say thank you from Skill Edge team and from behalf of all the students. It was pleasure to hear you And it's like from the horse's mouth, heart to heart talk. This is what industry wants. This is what we are looking in the fresher. I'm very happy to see that most of the things, or I think more or less everything that we are doing today within the course is what the industry wants. So thank you so much, Tarun, for your time, for your energy. It was a pleasure listening to you. I hope all the students have learned a lot. Talking to a industry person directly, we keep on talking to them, but it's always like the industry person talking
Yes.
and giving the same inputs in a different language.
Yes.
And I also take your feedback with the QA test cases to be put in the course in a certain manner, and we'll be
Sure.
in touch. We will be definitely. I would like you to mentor our students at a certain level, and we'll keep on interacting with you. Thank you, Tarun, so much.
Thank you, Rohit. I see many enthusiastic candidates in your course, and they are very they ask very good question actually, and I believe that this mentoring and this my knowledge, my experience will help them to get a good job and to crack the good job. So best of luck, guys, for getting the job. My best wishes with all of you, and also be safe and be healthy and take care to you and your sweetest family. Goodbye. Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you so much. Thanks. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you for joining in. The the recording will be shared to all of you. Hope you all enjoyed. Thank you.